Hey guys, how's it going? My name is NinjaZombie, and today we're playing a game called Sakura Spirit. This is a game I got on a Humble Bundle Pack. It was the Valentine's 2 Humble Bundle. I don't know why they're having a Valentine's Humble Bundle during the October month of Halloween. But hey, so I got a pack of anime games, so we're going to play them all. Yeah, every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Okay? Yet, as people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least, that's what most people say. Then, what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? Every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there's something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I have been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. It has always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish for me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. If you couldn't tell, by the way, this is obviously a visual novel, so if you're not into that kind of thing, I'm sorry. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is Kushiken Takahiro, a 17-year-old rising judo star, and no, that's not me bragging. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I loved, but the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Koyomi! Oi! Taka-kun! Get your butt in gear! Okay. I will be right there, Koyomi. Let's do this. Not wanting to keep Koyomi waiting, I quickly dashed towards the front door to let her in, not even realizing I was still in my pajamas. Hold on a second, Koyomi. Gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. Really? I never realized our school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas. I let out a groan of annoyance and rushed back towards my room. There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out of my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me. Oh. That only happened once. You know very well. It was super hot that night, and geez, warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. You didn't seem to mind it when we were little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead? No, stop, don't make me kick your ass. I decided I teased her enough and quickly pulled out my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours? It's that upcoming match. Hold on, my nose itches. Okay. I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. Oh, right, judo thing. Yeah, I'm sure you do fine. I've seen some of your matches. You kick butt. If you're really worried, you could always pray. Pray? What? Don't tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently, there's some shrine out in the forest. If you pray to it, it brings you good luck. Ichikawa-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam, and she got a perfect score. A shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Sounds like bogus to me. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. Not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up a modern-day Tarzan. Well, whatever. If you do go looking, at least send me a message to let me know, and will you hurry up? We're going to be late again. A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. But for the sake of avoiding detention, Let's hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. How can one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Year candidates, the important details. I doubt you'd qualify for either one of them, Pajama Boy. Anyway, let us boldly go where everyone has gone before. To school! Ah, nerd! Several hours later. Oh, I forgot I have to click. Okay. Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Koyomi had mentioned earlier. I want to save real quick. Quick save complete. Awesome. Okay. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today. So once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, I thought Ichikawa was going to be a girl. Hey, Ichikawa! Is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Oh, let me guess. You want to date her. Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention, you're not her type. I already got my hands full dealing with Koyomi. You can keep your sister to yourself. Joke aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention why she found it? I don't know. I didn't know there was anything near the forest aside from the dojo. She said something about it being near a river and quite high up. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention, and when she was going on about it, I mean, she was wearing this top, and it was tight, and... Stop. Seriously. Don't need to hear details. I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine? We keep just talking about that lucky shrine out in the forest. The one and only. According to Ichikawa's sister, there's supposed to be one near a river. I don't know about that, but there's this fiery girl at the Sakura dojo who knows more about it. Wait, are you talking about Aria-sama? Aria-sama. I shouldn't have this problem. I took Japanese. I shouldn't have problems reading Japanese names. I should be fine. God fucking damn. About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary. That's the one! Well, in that case, I believe I can still be of help. Takahiro-kun, I know where that place is. Of course you do, we both do. You just want to tag along, don't you? I don't think Arya-senpai will appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you what happened last time you tried to pick her after she finished practice? Blood, sweat, and tears. Shut up! I don't peep on the ladies. That's slander, you know. I should sue you. I will never look upon Arya-sama's glorious body in any state of nudity. Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of side boob, but the hole I found didn't really let me get a good view of... There we go. Someone call the cops. Ichikawa, the peeping Tom, has confessed. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process, and prepared to leave. Thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know you were most helpful during the interrogation. This is unfair. I was coerced. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer. What the fuck? What the fuck? Alright. Once school was over, I decided to take my chances with a little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. If memory served me right, Arya-senpai would be participating at the dojo today. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student just like myself, but for whatever reason, she has been refusing to compete in any tournament for a while now. Arya-senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Wah! Yeah! Fucking ninja bitch! Okay. Follow the shouts and you will find her. I grinned briefly as I saw Arya seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now was a perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. I snuck closer, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached a hand towards her shoulder. Arya! Feeling a hand on her shoulder, Arya reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand, with a loud grunt, shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact, before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Yeah! No one sneaks up on the great Kunoichi area. Oh, Taco Boy. I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry. You okay? Kunoichi? More like Tasmanian fucking devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Taco Boy. Better that you learn that now. And in 2 weeks' time, let me guess, you want to do some sparring, don't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon, and I could do with a bit of a break anyways. Well, where to start? You used to take part in big and important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh yeah, this one time, I got so nervous, I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me to the car. Of course, that was when I was like 8. Well, obviously I can't go hide from my match, but one of my friends made this stupid suggestion that I go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little. Taco Boy, are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the sport I love. Ariel seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping her jaw with a finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed a tight hold of me. I can't grab you. Alright. Tell you the way to the shrine, I know. But it's going to require more than the simple clap of your hands and bob of your head. You need to give something to the shrine, something of value. I guess I'll have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. Oh, no, Saga Boy. I'm not going with you. I got training to do besides you gotta take this step yourself. I can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get back there, but you'll be on your own. Oh boy. You're not coming with? Not even for a little bit? Afraid so, Taka Boy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw that map for you. After Aria's return, quick preparations were made, and I followed the directions noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to find my way back, in case I get lost, was a bit sketchy. Just look down, and you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees, and nearby was the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned. I followed Ariaba's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at the supposedly legendary shrine. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living there, perhaps some secret martial arts master? And I know this is a crazy place to leave this, but I'm actually going to leave this episode here, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you did, be sure to like down below in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. I didn't mean to jump that high, why? I'm not about to fucking die. 3, 2. Oh fuck, I died anyways, god damn it!
I'm not about to fucking die.
Oh fuck, I died!